Boom. Here we go. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We're live. Didn't even get a chance to set my gear up, but hey, here we go. Let's see if we could pull this up, folks. What is it? Thursday? And here we go. No audio right now. We're just going to run this like this. I just got into the crib. Look, light's not even on. Let's see if we could get a little lighting here. Hang on there. Let's see. We got some people up in the chat. What's up? What's up, Blazer? Let's see if the video has some audio here. Chiro Sounds. What's going on? Poncho. Zorcho. I didn't even have a chance to set up my gear. There's wires all over the place here, things I didn't plug in. Seen there was, I looked at the phone and seen there was a chase already. I was like, whoa, we got to, boom, pew, 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 pew. And here we are. So live and direct. Let's see, US 101 North. Forest Cove. He's way up there. What, this, as far as, let's see. I would imagine heading into Ventura County is that? Whoa, there goes a CHP passing him up. Maybe he's going to try and set up a strip there. How's everyone's Thursday going? Is it Thursday, folks? I don't know what day it is. M13, what's going on? Yeah, we got a hot one here. He's headed up north. Let's see how far he makes it. White van. Watch out. Let's see. Let's get the lighting going. Camera, can you stay there for a second? I'll be right back. Of course, the camera followed me. And the light doesn't want to turn on. I'm all over the place. This chase might be also, so heads up, folks. Let me know any details. I'll be right back. 1 second. Let's get this light on. Aha, we got it. We got it. Let's try and get some audio. Sometimes, a lot of times, the choppers won't have audio. Yep, no audio, but it's all good. I'll do my best to broadcast here. Agora Hills, Malibu area. Anyone familiar? Let's see, who's up that? Well, yeah, we know one person maybe up that way. We're going to activate the camera again to follow us now. Who else is up in here? Let's see, the Bud. There's Raymond. I see Raymond, the girl, and Gus, and their gong. There's the battle. What up? White vans, you know, white vans are creepy. They get a bad rep around here. And there's been some recent cases with white vans and stuff like that, and in the past. So we've always, even growing up as kids, you know, the white vans would always creep us out. We'd hear stories. And look, another CHP right there. He's passing up CHP again there. I wonder what their plan is. You know, CHP always has a plan. Anyone ever watch Chips with Eric Estrada? What was Bear's real name? Right? It was Punch and Bear. Here we go. We're gonna get some audio here.
What else is going on here? And you know, but was this guy coming from a job? Is this a contractor? The construction industry. It's
contractor or plumber.
And vehicle here with this older model. I believe it's a GMC or a Chevy van to CHP is in pursuit. You saw those units on the shoulder.
All right. Let's see. That might be another channel. Let's see. We're on. Oh, yeah. That's KCal 9. Let's see. They're getting the audio there. Let's see if we could skip over. Can we do that? I'll just keep the phone right here.
That's right. The road rage suspect now facing felony evading charges. You know, Desmond, we just showed the replay of that pit maneuver. It did look like it was going to be a successful pit.
All right. Road rage suspect. sounds like. Sorry, the audio's all choppy. I'm trying to get some audio going for you there. Let's see if we could. I'm afraid to switch channels here. Should I go for it? Let's go for it. Oh, we got the speedometer over here. All right, there's ABC 7. Sounds like I could hear the chopper there, so we might get a little audio going through. And ABC 7 and channel KCAL 9, which has the audio going right now. I think they're affiliated. So maybe we'll get a little.
Making our way through Thousand
There we
Oaks
go.
now, still doing about 75, 80 miles per hour here. Not excessive speeds. Looks like an older work truck, fairly beat up there. It's a Chevy Express. Again, we don't know what kind of a work truck it is. The only clue we have is that ladder on the roof there. The suspect still on his phone. He has been on his phone for the last several minutes, as long as we've been able to kind of peek through that windshield.
Probably
He is
calling the
driving into the
boss.
sun here as the sun goes down on a Thursday evening. There you see those California Highway Patrol units, no more than about 8 car lengths behind them, 4 units all together. These are LA West Valley CHP units pursuing him back into Ventura County here as we make our way through Newbury Park.
All right, T-Bone in the house. Yes, we got the T in the house. And we got G up in here. Did I see Garrel? Yeah, Garrel. Not sure if you got notified of this one. You know, Garrel gets the heads up on all these chases before anyone does. I don't know how he does it. He's tapped in. He's got some sources. Soon we'll be flying with Garrel in a chopper. I know it'll happen. What's up, Jeff?
Copy that. They still talking? Because I don't hear anything. Okay.
Roger that.
No, the CHP. Got it.
Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Let's see, I can't really see the. So it's one guy. I think. Could be a lady. Never know. We've seen those before. And I have no idea. I don't know. Newbury Park. Never been up. I mean, I've probably passed by it, but never spent time up that way. But he's headed north, which is a tough one. Again, he probably has a full tank of gas. I don't know how they do it. And there's Amanda. What's up, Amanda? How was the camping trip? Hope you had fun. Glad you're back in one piece. And yeah, I haven't caught your interview yet. And I know what channel you were on. I seen that you had posted something on that, and I'll check it out because it's you. Normally, I don't watch that channel too much.
Yeah, I think Christina, probably another mile or two here, and then he's going to disappear into the clouds.
Who's that? The chopper? Who's disappearing into the clouds? I will be in a few minutes. Gonna light another one up. Oh yeah, there's a bottom of the chopper there. Got the little compass up. Old Conjo Road. But yeah, 101 North, definitely know that. Got the window cracked there. What's up, Roger?
Getting over to the right here, maybe signs of
There's
either
Bob.
pulling over or getting off of the freeway. He is getting over to the right, kind of straddling that number 1 lane.
What channel was Amanda on? Someone in the chat. Maybe someone will share a link. I know Blazer's quick with the links sometimes when he wants to be. Oh, all right. Still headed north
And
here.
as he continues northbound on the 101 freeway here, past this way station, you're going to start to see him fade into the marine layer, which is now blanketing
See, that's that.
this part of Ventura County. As we widen out, you can see
Yeah, look at that
the ceiling
funk.
is very low. Visibility is just about zero at about
Wow.
500 feet down there. And
He
he
is.
is going to drive straight into those clouds where we are going to lose a visual here. And in fact, that's also going to affect any law enforcement helicopters. So it's ultimately going to be up to those ground units to continue that pursuit right there as he continues northbound on the 101 freeway. But that's
Yeah,
going
we're
to
not.
pretty much do it
Darn.
for our ability to follow this chase. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm just going
Gosh.
to lose him right there. He's going to come around that hill and
He was in
gone
line.
with the wind. Yeah, up to those ground units now to bring this to a peaceful end. Again, this is pretty much where this chase started back in Ventura County. A road rage suspect able to evade cops in Oxnard.
Mm.
Went all the way down to LA County, turned around, a couple of pit maneuvers. That's going to really commit those units to trying maybe another pit attempt if he gets off the freeway here. But for now, that will do it for us up here in Air 7. For Ty, Rob, and
Boo.
Chris Christie here in Air 7. That'll do it.
That's how it
We'll
goes.
talk to you later.
Just like that. Could we fly around a little bit at least? So the pink clouds, Wildman was talking about pink clouds earlier in the chat, someone else's chat, Jessica's chat. And yeah, I guess they're serious. He's going to drive into the clouds there. Wow.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I don't think he'll get away. We'll keep you updated on how that chase is going. And, you know, Thursday, it's getting to that part of the week where things like this start happening quite a bit. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get another one later tonight. Or maybe even two. That is very possible. We've seen that happen. Who? MH.
MH.
Yeah. So we'll keep everyone posted. Oh, yeah, look at that. We got some links here. Boom. T-Bone, dropping T-Bone steaks up in the chat, too, for anyone that's hungry. Who's barbecuing later? Uh-oh. Let me turn this down. Where are we at?
Prosecutors describe Sean Diddy.
Uh-oh. The Diddler. What's going on with Diddy? Any updates? Anyone? I'll wait. I'll give it a second. See if anyone's got any Diddy updates. We had let's see, there was something here. We could play this while we look for it.
What?
There's that. Maybe it's over here. I'm getting used to my effects here. Got quite a bit. Some more would be cool too. We'll be working on that. There's a few others I want to add on to here, but I thought I had something lined up because someone mentioned, the news mentioned Diddy. Anyway, let me get back over here. Boom. What else is popping tonight, y'all? It's 8 o'clock. Just got to the crib. I'm telling you, wires all over the place. I was amazed. I was able to hook the little studio, portable studio. I take it with me to the shop and back. So I'm always plugging when I get there. I plug in. It's part of my morning routine of getting to the shop, opening shop, open up the studio. And I have things ready to go in case a chase pops off or some sort of real interesting breaking news. Firewater. How you doing? And sometimes I won't go live, but it's ready to go in case of anything, you know? And then I come back to the crib and I set it all up again. Just got here. set it all up. Actually, I took a ride to Fontana, California. I spent the morning in Fontana, California today. Salute to Pops. We're out there chilling, doing some father and son things. So that was some good bonding time there. Did get into a little trouble. Me. Do your parents still give you? They still bust your balls for those that still have parents around. Yeah, I get it. It's funny. Anyway, still love Pops. It's all good. And yeah, salute to all the parents out there doing their thing. I didn't even get a chance to upload all the other. We usually load up on Instagram and what is it, Rumble and those different platforms. We didn't do that. We went straight direct to y'all. So I think we're on X, TikTok, YouTube. What else is automatically set up there? Twitch. Oh, show titles. You won't sleep after this and Make It Go Away was tonight. I think she's talking some other interviews there. Check them out. Let's see. Yeah, yep. Does Gus get it too? Woo. I guess we could pull up a little camera really quick. I wasn't expecting to do this. This was quick breaking news. But let's have a little fun and take a little ride somewhere. Let's choose. Let's see. Let's head up to Mount Shasta. Yeah, there's this cam. Let's see. Where are you at, Mount Shasta? Can we have a peek at you, please? Yes, we could. It's the Douglas cam. The Douglas cam. There you are. Aha. Look at that. That's a nice live stream view of the Magic Mountain there. The amazing Mount Shasta. Where are the Lemurians? Are they inside? Are they in town? Where are the Bigfoots of Mount Shasta? Where is the Count of Saint Germain? And would you drink that white milky substance that he tries to offer you? I don't know. I'm kind of weird about white milky substances sometimes. Depends what it is. I'm not a man that likes mayo. I'm not a fan of mayo. But I like I'll do some, especially some homemade whipped cream. There it is. Look, I'll put it up. It's all good, Amanda. You went over there first and gave him your interview. It's okay. I'm still have you lined up here for one day. One day when I start doing interviews. And I'm totally open to do raw interviews. Like if we're having a talk like this and someone wants to share something, I could put out a link and we could, we can do this. We had Grantavius jump on here. Look at that. Douglas cam is buffering. Uh-oh. All right, Douglas cam. Thank you. Anyway, quick peek there, Mount Shasta. Ha, a little eye candy for everyone. What happened there? Firewater? What? Oh my. In the trees. Yep. And speaking of in the trees, reminds me of this strain. Rest in peace. There's this breeder by the name of Mandelbot out of Humboldt County. And yeah, he was breeding all types of strains. And I believe one of them they brought out, was it him? Yeah, I think it was him. It was called In the Pines. Yeah, I like that. It's probably very piney, I would imagine. And Joanne, I see you, and Joanne snuck in here. Trying to dodge me and Joanne.
And Joanne to the office, please. Thank you.
All right, Amanda. All right, I'll take that. Face reveals. That's awesome. Yeah, much appreciated. Yeah, the thing is, I'm so like, look at me when I go on live. I have no set schedule really. I have the shop schedule, which could sometimes go out of rhythm, like today. Yeah, we had to get new tires. Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like if I were to plan a schedule, and I got offered by someone in my in my in my eyes that's big in this world of cryptids and everything. They're like, hey, why don't you come over and do a show over here? And and I was like, oh man, that's super cool. Like, I'm super interested and I'd love to do it. But I just feel like yeah, I'm so all over the place with my schedule that I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, it'd be tough. And I don't want it to. Yeah, I like things to flow, we're just flowing here. Kind of like that speed chase was just flowing into the sunset, into the mist, into the funk, into the sky farts. Yeah, he's gone with the sky farts. Where's Wild Man when we need a fart around here? All right. Yes. Yeah, well, we'll keep you updated on that chase there. What else? There's always, like, look, we could check really quick. Let's see. Let's check really quick if there's any new Bigfoot reports to the Bigfoot Mapping Project. And I think that's the most active, besides BFRO, the most active database. So that's why we keep checking it out. And salute to them. And thank you for everyone sharing their encounters there as well. BD still hasn't submitted his, which is something I've been needing to do. And look, I don't see any dots up there. So let's zoom in a little bit. So if you go to the mapping site, don't be thrown off if you don't see any dots on our wonderful country. Yeah, I love the United States. There we go. There. Sometimes you got to zoom in a little bit and they'll pop up there. So just give a little zoom. And if you go in pretty deep, some others might pop up that are not recent as well. So just a heads up with that is what I've noticed. And another thing that I noticed this time around, we read this recent report, Bigfoot report out of, I think it was like the border of Georgia there. And is it South Carolina? Let's see here. So yeah, if you notice this report right here, this orange one, let's see, click that and it says, was driving west on Highway 144. And we had read that the other day. And then I was like, oh, wow, look, there's a new report here on the site. And it's right near where we read that last report. And so I checked it out earlier and noticed that it's, let's see. Yeah, it's the same report. I was driving early one morning. Oh, no. So maybe it's not. I think we got a new report here then. Dang it. Because earlier what had happened, so I think maybe they fixed it from earlier. So earlier I had tapped into this green dot here that we're checking out because this one's right at the border of Georgia and what is that? South Carolina there. Looks like right at the border. And so I clicked it, but it was giving me the same report as this orange one here. And that happened a few weeks back in Utah, but they corrected that. And this seems to be corrected now. So we do have a new report, which we'll go ahead and read here. And it's, let's see, right on the border of Georgia and South Carolina, date and time of sighting. This is cool. We get a report. 9/25, 2020, 3:37. I like how they got that extra 2 minutes after 3:35 in. 8.5 footer, male. All right. And here it goes. It says, I was driving early one morning and saw what I first thought was a very tall man dressed in all black crossing Highway 119. Oh, yeah. I totally feel you on that. As I got closer, it crossed past a sign on the side of the road, and it was as tall as the sign. Whoa. Yep, I've seen that before. I've seen people explain that before, sightings near signs, and they point up to the sign, and I'm just like, wow. Ah, yes. On the side of the road, and it was as tall as the sign and quickly disappeared. Yep. Into a pine forest. Reminds me of my second sighting. So it quickly disappeared into a pine forest there. I went back later, pulled over, and walked up to the road sign and could barely reach the bottom. It had to be at the very least 8.5 feet tall, probably bigger. It was slightly hunched forward and appeared to have no neck. Effortlessly, I got it in there, effortlessly. I'm baked. Walked very quickly. Did you see any young Bigfoot? Nope. No footprints, no wood knocks, but we'll give you a wood knock here. Oh, yeah. Cool report there. And I don't know, what state would it be, folks? I mean, it's right. Let's see. Let's zoom on in. I mean, all right. It's on the Georgia side of things there. Let's see. I see. Would you pronounce that Clio under there? Clio. Sawdust Bay. And right off the, pretty much off the 119 there. Should call Jessica Jones to the office to investigate this Georgia report. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Yeah, I really like this site. Check this mapping site out. If you got some reports, hey, send them on in. And there you have it. Voila. Boom, bam, bing. You hate schedules? So do I. I do not do well with schedules. I mean, I do, depending on what I'm doing. But, you know, life comes up, you know, a whole lot. And I'm in a weird position these days. I've talked about it before. But I'm blessed, you know. I count the blessings. I'm not yeah, I've just been all over, you know. I've been all over. I don't know. We'll talk about it later. All right, everybody. Let's send some love out there for everyone. Boom, some hearts. And I'd appreciate it if y'all send some love back. Hit that thumbs up. Share the video out, maybe to someone who might want to check out a speed chase or something like that. Or might want to check out a Bigfoot report or both. Ha. All right. I might tap in a bit. I was just setting up here, folks. So we might see you in a little bit. If someone is streaming, maybe I'll catch you there and up in the chat. And yeah, if anyone wants to, you know, ever get a hold of me, it's not hard. Drop me a message. Leave a message on the channel, on a video. We do have the email where you could reach us. I don't think I've received too many emails. I got a few at first when we put the email together. But then again, I got to check it. I get bad with checking emails too. You know, even my personal email, I get really bad with staying on top of checking. So I got a bunch of unchecked stuff, which is it's pretty funny. Hopefully it's nothing too important. And there's some messages I need to get back to as well. Look, I'll even throw the hotline on there. If you want to leave a sweet nothings message or whatever. Maybe you want to just curse somebody out or something. Drop a message. If it makes you feel better, you know, and there's the email there. Check out the links. There's extra links in the chat if you're on different platforms like TikTok and all those others that we were naming earlier. Hey, hit me up and I'll give you a follow too. If you're looking for a follower, you got cool content to check out, cool pics and stuff, cool things to talk about. Let me know if you want to talk about an encounter. Drop me a message. Okay, peeps, let's hit this outro and we'll be back so probably in a little bit. Let's have a session. Everyone pack up, roll them up, get them ready, and let's do this.